Hi my loves, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So in today's video, we'll be learning how to draft and cut a funnel sleeve. If this is something you're interested in, please keep on watching and let's get right into the video. So the first thing I'll be doing now is that I'll be ruling my starting line. Every other measurement I want to take on this pattern paper is going to start from that starting line. So I need about 3 measurements here. I need my bicep measurements, my elbow measurements, and my total sleeve measurements. From my starting line, my bicep measurement is 5 inches, my elbow measurement is 13 inches, and my actual sleeve measurement is 23 inches. But I'll be adding 1 inch to that as my stitching allowance, and that will make it 24 inches. So after inserting my bicep, shoulder, and the actual measurements of my sleeve, the next thing I'm going to do now is that I'm going to rule a straight line across it with my straight ruler. The client I'm drafting this sleeve pattern for is a plus size client, so the paper might be kind of big and you might be wondering why the paper is so big. It is because she's a plus size. So when I was done ruling out all the measurements, this is what it looks like. And the next thing we are going to be doing now is that we are going to be administering our measurements for the bicep, the shoulder, and the actual length of the sleeve. That will be our wrists. So you will not be confused. I'm labeling my lines now. The first one is the bicep, the second one is the elbow, and the last one is the actual length. So because I felt like my camera angle was somehow, I kind of replaced my camera to another angle. So the next thing I'll be doing now is that I'll be inserting my measurements. The first measurement I'll be taking will be on the bicep. So the width of our biceps is 7.5 inches. That's 15 divided by 2, that's 7.5 inches. Then I'll be adding 2 inches allowance to it, and that will give me 9.5 inches. I'll be marking the 9.5 inches on my pattern paper. The next measurement I'll be inserting is the elbow width. The width of our elbow is 6.5 inches. Then I'll be adding 2 inches allowance to it, and that's going to give me 8.5 inches. I'm just going to go ahead and mark that 8.5 inches on my pattern paper too. So the last measurement I'll be inserting now is the width of our wrist, and that is 5.5 inches. I'll go ahead to and add 2 inches allowance to that too, and that's going to give me 7.5 inches, and I'll mark the 7.5 inches on my pattern paper. After inserting all the measurements that needs to be inserted, the next thing I'll be doing now is that I'll bring my straight ruler and I'm going to join all those lines, all those measurements that I've inserted on my bicep, my elbow, and my wrist. I'm going to join everything together and it's going to form like a slant shape. You get it? So now we're almost done. The next thing we'll be doing now is that we'll be working on the bicep area, the bicep to the starting line. That's the bicep to the shoulder line. That is what we'll be working on now. So on my starting line, I'll be going in by 4 inches. I'll mark that 4 inches. Then from that 4 inches, I will take my tape rule and go down to that my bicep line. Then I'll just bend my tape rule so that it can be on 2 equal halves. I'm sure you see what I'm doing in this video. Just bend your tape rule so that it will be like you're dividing it by 2. So originally it's supposed to give you 2.5 inches. It is supposed to give you 2.5 inches because it is basically us dividing 5 inches by 2. You might want to pay attention to what I'm about to do now. You can decide to use your free hand, but I'll be going in now with my curve drill, and from that point that I just marked to my starting line, I'll be curving it. You get it? I'll just be curving it with my curve drill, and this is what it looks like. So the next thing you want to do is that from that bicep line, you'll be joining it to that initial curved line that we made. I'm sure you understand me. You're just going to like place your curve drill the opposite of the way you placed it the first time that you did that first curve. Then you are going to join it from that your bicep line to that point that first curve stopped. I'm sure you understand what I'm trying to say. So the next thing I'll be doing is that I'll be bringing my tape rule to confirm if the curved line that I wrote from my bicep to my shoulder is enough for what I need to join my sleeve to my gown shoulder. After cross-checking and seeing that I have enough, the next thing I'll be doing now is that I'll be cutting it out on all the lines that I've wrote. cutting out my sleeve pattern, I'm sure you can see how beautiful it is looking, how pretty it is looking. Then when I opened it, this is what it is looking like. If your own is not looking well shaped like this, I'm sorry, you have done the wrong thing. The next thing I'll be doing now is that I'll be cutting out my funnel sleeve. So from the wrist of my sleeve pattern, I'll be going up by 5.5 inches. I'll just put a mark there. Then on that mark, I'm just going to rule a straight line across. So when I was done ruling the line, I brought in my tape rule, and the next thing I'll be doing now is that I'll be dividing whatever it is that I have on that line by 2. I'll note it with my pen, and I'll bring in my straight ruler now, and I'll be joining that point to my wrist. Let me go over that again, but you can as well do whatever it is that you see me doing in this video. Just bring in your pen and connect whatever it is that you have to your wrist line. Please pay attention to this part. The next thing I'll be doing now is that I'll be splitting it on that line that I just ruled out. I'll be splitting it into 2. After splitting this first line, I'll also go ahead and split out the second line, and here we have our pattern for our funnel sleeve. This is what yours is supposed to look like. If it's looking anything apart from this, then you are wrong. Now that we are done cutting out a pattern for the funnel sleeve, you can go ahead now and place it on your fabric. You don't need to add any allowance for stitching again, because I already added allowance on the pattern paper. So you can just place it on your fabric now and just cut it out the way it is. So when you place your pattern paper on your fabric, please ensure that you pin it with your office pin so that it does not move. So after cutting it out on my fabric, this is what it looks like. If yours is not looking like this, then you probably made a mistake when you were cutting it. So that will be all for this tutorial. If you found this tutorial helpful, please do well to subscribe to my channel, like my video, and share with your friends. Till I see you all again in my next video. Bye.